Well, here I am at Dad's again, and today I'm working on his yucca plant. As you can see, it's all overgrown or never been trimmed back, and so that's what we're going to work on today. Try to make that thing pretty again. And of course you have to wear gloves when you're working on this thing, and should be wearing safety glasses too, because these things are like needles. But as usual, I'm going to be careful. Well, we're making progress. The goal is actually to get it off the ground and try to get them to stand up. So you just start peeling back the leaves, and you see that white part there, that'll turn to the green or whatever. But this is just a start. Look at that pile already. Back at it. Okay, I got it done. And as you can see here, you got a little pile there, over there, and it's just all kind of spread out. I can pick it all up. Here's what it looks like now. It's all clean underneath. I tried separating it a little bit. Got the pieces off of it that were getting mowed over because it was laying on the ground. And usually when you clean them up like this, the bush itself thinks that you are trying to kill it. And so more than likely, almost every one of those will bloom this year. So there you have it. Oh. Gone. I thought I'd show you a close-up of Dad's whirligig dealy bobber. This is one of them that I can't get anymore. I absolutely love this one, just because what it does. The form of art. A very light breeze. That one's going crazy to a certain point, but we have a light breeze going on. In fact, the grass and whatnot is barely moving. That tells you what kind of a light breeze we have. In Dad's garden there, he's got it all tilled up and ready for something. I need to get my seeds started though. I have hot peppers. Here I am again, and I'm going to prune my smoke bushes. They haven't been pruned for quite some time, and I'm tired of getting whacked out the lawnmower because these things hang way out. This is a purple one, and here's a white one, or we'll call it white. As you can see, I can't even mow underneath it. Dad's got a strap in there, trying to hold it together instead of pruning it. And I hate doing it, but we're gonna go for it. I have a big one back here I planted back when I was a kid, and we might even prune that one up a bit so you can get underneath it. So let's see what happens. The red one trimmed. As you see on the ground, I hated doing it because it's not really the right time of year, I don't think, because normally you don't want it to start producing leaves or whatever. I found the trunk. I can mow underneath there, and the bush to me looks a lot better. So this one looks even worse. I took the bungee off of it, and let's see what I can do with it. I think you can see that bush used to look like. It was almost a lost cause. Dad put in a fiberglass pole trying to hold it up. These cedar trees are robbing a lot of light, so they're trying to come this way. And if you keep them trimmed back, you don't have to worry about them falling out of the ground like those were, tipping over and whatnot. That bush, I don't know why it's closer into the tree, nice and tall. It's got a lot of stuff underneath I have to pull out of there, but for some reason it's looks like it's standing up better than these did. But I do see some big branches have been knocked out before, so let me attack that one, see if I can save it. I'm sure I can, especially if I took care of that one. That purple one there, I think so far it's the best of them all. Of course, I don't know who's going to clean up all this. I don't think we have a tooth fairy here, and if you do have a tooth fairy, I don't think he's going to come over here to do that. Okay, I got it cleaned up. Well, kind of cleaned up. Haven't mowed it yet, but let's just take a look one more time before I mow around them, although it looks pretty good so far. Just a big pile of grass where we couldn't even mow. And here's a big one. I just cleaned it out down below. I didn't really trim any of the top out of it because it's doing so fine, and that's the one I planted. I can't hurt that. Although I will admit, I have around here, which hope I didn't hurt them too bad. We have these wildflowers growing underneath here. I notice they're in all the bushes because the ground doesn't get disturbed. Okay, believe it or not, that's all I had. I'm going to show you my lilacs, my purple ones, the ones I absolutely love. They're just starting to come out. They are so deep. Oops. But this is the whole branch I'm going to have to take off. It's the one that, I don't know if it rotted and fell or what. But as you can see, it goes clear in there. But I'm going to wait till after the blooms are done because I absolutely love it. And then I plan on tilling around this part here, hopefully to make it want to send out shoots so I can have starts. For some reason the purple are hard to get to go. For the starts, that is. If you have white, you can't stop them. But there's the smoke bush that I planted, and just got done talking to Dad. I was wondering why I planted it back here. Well, I had it planted in front of the train shack before this lean-to is built on, because when I was a teenager I insulated it, put paneling around, and I lived in there for about a year, maybe two, before I got my job at Reynolds Metals in Longview. But I had the smoke bush planted up there, and he dug it up and planted it here. That was before these cedar trees here were all planted. And those cedar trees came from my property on the Ocean Beach Highway, all the babies I had. As you can see now, it's mowed and looking good. So anyway, let's go over and take a look at the ferns that I trimmed up at Dad's house, because they're growing and they look good. Okay, we're here at Dad's house. Let's take a look at the ferns now that I have them all cleaned up and they've had a chance to grow. Look how fast they grow. This is only what, a week ago? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Roy's house. He's got some spray that's gonna kill these blackberries, not the rose bush. Look at these. They look so nice. Yep, we're pulling this thing out. Oh, look, nice little curls coming on. Yeah, that net's not going to be used too much longer. Blackberry. And the rose bush in here. Holly tree is going to be pulled out. There's more ferns. This here, let me rub it and see. It's not mint. Maybe that's one of them chocolate smelling ones or something. I can't tell what it smells like. Another blackberry. And then Dad's, oh, there's his Yuka I got cleaned up. Anyway, over here, these aren't purple. I think they're going to be more of a lavender color. Dad's bush. Realistically, you shouldn't let them get this tall. You should always keep them about 6 foot tall, so that way they don't rot, break over, whatever. As you can possibly see in here, how it's rotting and splitting and whatnot. So those aren't long for the world, so they might come out if I get excited after they're done blooming, maybe. Just keep it the bush. I'd like to take this one out because when you're mowing, you don't want to get whacked by that thing. And then Dad's pond here, he doesn't take care of it anymore. It's too hard for him. So he says he wants it taken out. So I'm going to give a wild guess that Roy and I are going to do that. I'm surprised these ducks aren't swimming around here and trying to eat the fish. I know there's fish in there because my last video they started coming up to the top. And imagine if I went in and got some fish food, they'd pop to the top. But we're going to pull them all out of there. We're going to take them all the way down to Dad's pond and let them eat the frog eggs if that's what they want to do, mosquitoes, whatever.